Shit.
Be happy.
That's right.
Purpose. Be mindful of your circle. Hurt people, hurt people.
You got the blast up.
Be mindful of your circle. Hurt people, hurt people. Feel like they've
Yeah.
us the way that they
I like the way that feels. Let me go get me
happy.
something to drink.
On purpose.
And
It's
turn
still
this
a
mic
blessing to know
till
I
I
ain't
come back.
stressing. I'm happy.
Hey, how y'all doing out there? Let me.
Waking up in the morning and knowing that I'm growing. I'm happy. On purpose.
Check. Yeah, we got a different show going on today, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all already know what's going on, man. It's Kano the Mano live, man. You know what I'm talking about, man? Hey, combo with Kano, another episode, man. Hey, man, 60 years overturned, man. Hey, man, it's been a journey, man. I came a long way, man. You hear me?
I know they don't care from the way that they stare. I go anywhere, but I'm very aware. I never been scared. I always knew I was rare. Love in the air, even though it ain't fair. I know they don't care from the way that they stare. I go anywhere, but I'm very aware. I ain't never been scared. I always knew I was rare. I'm happy on purpose, baby. I'm happy on purpose. Be mindful of your circle. Hurt people, hurt people. Hate it when we hate them. Each other in the struggle. It's enough for all. We gotta stick together. I don't care about who better. I just wanna get this cheddar. I got prayer for these devils, and I feed them with a shovel. Be happy on purpose. Be mindful of your circle. Hurt people, hurt people. Be mindful of your circle. Hurt people, hurt people. Feel like they've cursed us the way that they murder. Be happy on purpose. It's still a blessing to know I ain't stressing. I'm happy on purpose. Waking up in the morning and knowing that I'm growing. I'm happy on purpose. They prayed on my downfall. They want to see me fall off. I'm happy on purpose.
Hey, man, I'm happy at a motherfucker on purpose, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta find some way to be happy, man. You gotta find some way to find joy, man, out of hard time, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I usually I like to start the show off with a good record, man, because music, it does something. It does something, y'all. You know what I'm saying? But the titling of this episode this time is gonna be. This episode is titling "Overturning 60 Years Overturned." You know what I'm saying? Like, it's been a long journey in my life. You know what I'm saying? This was just one of the. This was one of them real live, impossible junks. Like, when you see me do certain things in my life, trust and believe it, because especially things that may seem impossible to other motherfuckers. Like, when I tell this story right here, like this is why I get the courage to do the impossible. You dig what I'm saying? Like, this is where I get the courage to do the impossible, because I have done some impossible shit. You know what I'm saying? And this was one of them. It was Talib Hannah. If y'all don't know Kano the Mano, that's his real name. Talib Hannah versus the state of Mississippi, man. It was a 60-year sentence. Man, you know, like I tell a lot of folks before I get into the story, like, you know, I didn't beat that charge. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I came out in a better condition than I started out in, don't get me wrong. You see what I'm saying? But I didn't beat the charge. I ended up getting the charge overturned. You know what I'm saying? I had a 60-year sentence though. You dig what I'm saying? I'm gonna get into the story on exactly what had happened. You know what I'm saying? it was 2009, bro. Man, it was 2009, bro, and man, I could never forget, man. We were hustling good over there on Delta Street. Me and a couple cats, you know what I'm saying? We were hustling good over there. Well, they were hustling. I ended up coming by, you know what I'm saying? Just get in where I fit in, and man, I be goddamn, boy. This certain day, man, we was in there playing the game. I think it was me and Cool. We were playing the game. He beat me on the game and shit. And I was asking him to play me back, man, a nigga, and he left. When he left, I mean, it wasn't 2.3 seconds, man. The folk hit the door. I'm talking about they hit the door. They hit the door so hard till, man, it scared the fuck out of me. You know, when they hit the door, it scared me so bad till I panicked and shit. I damn near like I'm about to bust out the goddamn window. And I did it like I about to bust out the goddamn back window. But when I looked like I really was finna go out the window, but when I finna go out the window, it was a policeman at the window. Now, mind you, shoot, Billy Williams. You see what I'm saying? He was occupying that space with me as well. You know, with somebody else. I ain't gonna call their name, but Suge is with because me and him was the co-partners on the charge and shit. But Suge, whatever he had his little thing. You know what I'm talking about? And when the folks hit the door, you know what I'm talking about? They I panicked and went through one I went through one window and the police was at the other one, and he throwed his shit through the other. It was like it's two windows in this bedroom. You see what I'm saying? And I tried to go through one, and he throwed it, and the other window had it had a air conditioner in it. It had air conditioner, you know, on the side of the air conditioner, you know what I'm saying? So when they four hit, I tried to bust through the other one, but he throwed his pack through the other window where the air conditioner was. You see what I'm saying? And then, goddamn me, the folk, they came and they end up coming on in the house. They come on in the house and shit. And when they come on in the house and shit, goddamn, but they confiscated me in, bro. You know what I'm saying? They get me and him off the floor. They get a couple $1,000s out of my pocket, got a couple hundred out of their pocket. You know what I'm saying? And when they looked at, and when they get in the house and they realize who I was, they would have called my name, Taylor Hannah, woo, 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 woo. You know what I'm saying? I noticed the nigga, the narcotic agent, he got with the guy because one of the officers said that he seen me finna come through. I was trying to bust through the window, which he wasn't lying. I was scared to death. I ain't know. I panicked, so I was just trying to get out the house. But it was a police that was standing right there. But I guess when they go outside and they find the dope or whatever they find and shit, and then the other narcotic agent that knew me, you know what I'm saying, by looking like I tried to bust out the window, and then they found some dope on the outside of the house, but they didn't find the dope by the window that the police officer said that he seen me coming out. See, because it was two windows on that side of the house. You know what I'm saying? They get into detail. You see what I'm saying? But they was framing it. They gonna frame me. So they ended up charging me and bro. Me and Suge get charged with this. You see what I'm saying? He ended up getting a lawyer on it. You know what I'm saying? I had a lawyer too. His lawyer filed for a severance. You see what I'm saying? I never forget that. His lawyer filed for a severance. I didn't know what the fuck that mean. That mean they was gonna separate his trial from my trial. You see what I'm saying? So it was just then it started getting juice on up, and then you know time transpired. I did pay that guy. I paid that Simmons boy. Yes, I did. Derek. I paid him $750 to do a motion. He had supposedly did a motion for me, and at that time I wasn't that knowledgeable about motions, and I was knowledgeable enough to know that I needed a motion hearing, but I didn't exactly know, you know what I'm saying, how that shit, you know, how to enforce it to make him, you know what I'm saying, go ahead on through with the hearing or whatever. So they kind of swept that hearing on the rug. Time went on by, you know what I'm saying. I went on to Florida. I'm way out there in Florida. I'm way out, you know what I'm saying? We go to jail. You see what I'm saying? Me and him make bond. I got to go back there. Me and Suge make bond. You see what I'm saying? His lawyer ended up filing a severance. You see what I'm saying? And yeah, his lawyer filed a severance, and then I end up going on out of town. Went on out of town, and when I looked up the the attorney was calling me. They was calling me. They was calling me way goddamn me and motherfucking. I was in Florida, right? You know what I'm saying? So the attorney telling me, say, well, you know, it's time to go to court. I'm like, time to go to court. Damn. So I done came back to court. You know what I'm saying? Got a female friend. We done drove back to court. You know what I'm saying? I ain't knowing that what I'm really dragging myself and this girl into. You see what I'm saying? So I never forget. Now this is when, oh man, just thinking of this shit right here, man, it really just brings back some hell of memories. And when we make it back to court, you know what I'm saying? I had the guy Wayne O'Lee. I had Wayne O'Lee. And Wayne O'Lee told me, he said, Mr. Hannah, he said, you ready for court today? I say, I'm what kind of plea they got on the table? And I think he told me 7 years. I think he told me 7 years. There was a plea on the table for like 7 years or something like that. But then he also told me too, man, what Wayne O'Lee told me that day up in there, man. He told me some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Damn, what that white dude told me that up in there that day. He told me some bullshit. When I came back to go to court, he told me, damn, fuck, man. But anyway, I ain't gonna hold my when it was time for me to come back to court, I came back to court. So no, he told me I had to go in there and go talk. No, I know what it was. I told him I didn't want no this what it was. He offered me 7 years. I was like, 7 years? I'm not gonna take no 7 years. He said, well, the state, this is how it went. I had to refresh in my mind, y'all. He said, the state is ready to go to trial right now. I said, go to trial right now? How we gonna go to trial? And I don't even want you to be my lawyer. See, I'm trying to get smart and shit. I say, I don't even want you to be my lawyer. So he said, well, you got to go talk to Mr. Hines. I had Ashley Hines on my case. He said, well, you got to go talk to Ashley Hines. You know what I'm saying? So they send me in the chamber. I go in the chamber and talk to Ashley Hines. And I never forget his first word. He said, you Mr. Hannah? I said, yes, sir. He said, didn't you sign a waiver saying that you couldn't afford an attorney? And I looked at him. I do remember signing that damn waiver and shit. I say, yes, I did sign a waiver, but my family and my people and them, they willing to help me, you know what I'm saying, get a lawyer now at this time, you know what I'm saying? He said, well, unfortunately, I'm not finna grant you no continuance, and we finna go ahead on start trial right now. I'm looking like, what? So boom, these folk finna rush me on in the trial, dog. Just like this. I got folk with me way from Florida. Dang. So I'm kind of scared to death. So boom. Now it's time to get the so now they picking the jury and all that right there. I'm like, man, we picking jury. I ain't never picked no jury. Man, it's everything started happening so fast, y'all. You see what I'm saying? So we went to picking the jury and shit. We picked the jury. I'm scared to death. You know what I'm saying? Now, we done got so far as the opening argument. Mm, yeah. This is what blow my mind, y'all. I'm just gonna be honest, man. This what blow my mind. Wayne O'Lee. He was like a public defender. You know what I'm saying? And his opening argument to the jury was, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, this supposed to be the my attorney that representing me. This is what he get up there and say to the jury. He say, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, y'all excuse me, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, this is gonna be an easy case right here. The evidence on this case is gonna come from right off that stand right there. And when he said that, the first thing I can think about was this dust ass goddamn police officer that's finna get his ass on this damn finna get his ass on this goddamn thing and say that and testify that he seen me finna bust out a goddamn window and they found some dope by the window. So I'm like, man, let me tell you something. I was scared to death. Get what I did? I don't even know nothing about. I just did some shit I seen on TV. Recent. Can I? What I say? May I approach the bench, Your Honor? Oh my God! I said, may I approach the bench? I don't matter this. I just marked some shit that I see. God damn it! On TV. But guess what? She said, "You come." She called me up there. Called me on up there to the bench. Right? I go to the bench, and when I get up to the bench, I tell the judge. I say, Judge, you know, that offer that we had about, was I gonna represent myself? You know, I decided I'm gonna represent myself. Now, mind y'all, that was really the biggest damn fool and the biggest mistake in the world. But let me get on with the story. So, boy, let me tell y'all something. I started representing myself. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. I was doing good, man. You know what I'm saying? I really was doing good, but I ain't really know nothing about no motherfucking rebuttal and all that kind of shit like that. So every time, like I'm up there cross-examining the same officers that's getting up here that's lying on me, saying I ain't had you ain't seen me throw no dope through no window. Now you seen me bust through a window. You know about the bust through a window, but you ain't seen no dope, me throw no dope, dog. You see what I'm saying? So boom, I'm cross-examining this motherfucker. So boom, every time I cross-examine that motherfucker, I'm asking that motherfucker a question. The district attorney, she get up there and she bat down everything, like, you know what I'm saying? And see, I rebuttal mean that I could have went behind her, that I had the last say, so I didn't know that at that moment. So every time I would cross-examine, she would come back and she'll bat me down in a way that I didn't know that I could come back behind her. So to the point, man, it started getting shaky in that bit. And you know, they started using my past. You know, I'm a 3-time convicted felon and shit. They started bringing in all that old bullshit right there. You know what I'm saying? So I started getting scared. Then lunchtime came. You know how they cut out. It was time for lunch. I was so glad we went to lunch, y'all. Man, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. That will fuck my whole case up. When lunchtime came, cool. MIA on them folk. I got me and my friend, man. Look here, dog. She scared to death. She ain't know she was jumping into all this here bullshit here. I grabbed me some goddamn smoke, man. I jumped my ass on the highway, man. I hauled the fuck ass. I ain't go back to court right there. Man, get what them folk did to my dust ass. Hey, let me tell you something. If I think you doing something, don't know what you doing. Go Google the state of Mississippi versus Talib Hanna, or Talib Hanna versus the state of Mississippi. Them folk found me guilty in my absence. They found me guilty in my absence, man. You hear me? And it was legal. By law, they can do that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know that. And I'm gonna let anybody know that if you start out a trial, you might well go ahead and finish it out. Or the best thing to do is don't show up to it at all. If you don't show up to it at all, they can't start a trial at all. They can't start a trial if you ain't started. But if you started, you got to finish the trial. So that was something that I didn't know. You know what I'm saying, man? Guess what? Them folks found me guilty in my absence. They put a fugitive warrant out on me, a fugitive of justice warrant out on me. Ooh wee. Boy, they put that warrant out on me, man. Look here. I done went on back down to Florida. I don't know as I'm thinking I'm getting away. I don't know what the fuck I'm thinking. But boy, look here. 19 days later, I can tell you that. 19 days later. Sure did. Them folk got me. They got me at a hotel. I'll never forget it. You know what I'm saying? I pull up at a hotel. I had already had Pete to play. They had got on my coattail at the they had got on my coattail a few days prior to me moving the vehicle. So when I go to the apartment complex that I was, you know what I'm saying, fucking with my homeboys and the girls and shit at, you know what I'm saying? When I go over there, you know, I noticed that they got unmarked cars and shit by my vehicle and shit. I peeped that shit. So damn, I never went back to my vehicle. Make a long story short, on that note right there, you know what I'm saying? We end up moving the vehicle and I end up going to a in-town suite. And we get the vehicle to the in-town suite, but I'm finna go ahead and try to dismiss this vehicle. You know what I'm saying? I want to sell the vehicle. I got a play out here on the beach. I'm finna get rid of the vehicle. I'm finna switch over. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna get ghost. But boom, I knew that these folk was on this vehicle. So when I get to the goddamn, we get the vehicle, my partner, we get the vehicle transported to the in-town suite. So when we get to the in-town suite, bro, matter of fact, he park it out there and I just go get the room. I don't get the room with nothing in my name and shit. I don't get none of that shit in my name. And so I noticed it was the next morning. My girl, she stayed the night at the room and shit. You know what I'm saying? So when I get up and shit, I'm rolling. I mean, I got a blunt in my mouth and you know what I'm saying? I'm on the phone and I'm on my way finna get in my motherfucking truck, right? And on my way, I'm so confident. I don't know what I'm finna open up the latch to get in my truck, dog. And when I look to the left, dog, it's a unmarked car right there. That motherfucker was so blind. Man, I walk right up on that motherfucker, dog. And when I looked that motherfucker in the eye, that motherfucker let the window down right there. White dude. He let that window down, sitting, looked me right in my eye. I took off back around. I took off, started running like a motherfucker. I started running. I ducked back into the room. They don't know where I get back to my room. They don't know what room I go to. The room ain't in my name and shit, right? So I could hear these motherfuckers out there, bro. Man, let me tell you something. Them son of a bitches went through every month. Man, this room had 1,000 and something. This in-town suite. Excuse me. This in-town suite had 1,000 and some rooms, and trust and believe, them folk went in every motherfucking room. You hear what I'm saying? Trying to track my motherfucking dust ass down. You hear what I'm saying? Listen what I'm saying. And this, I never forget. When I ducked back in that motherfucking room, it was like early in the morning. Man, that shit was like early in the motherfucking morning, dog. When them folk got me, it was nighttime. Them folk went through every month. You know how many niggas that they caught that were in them out there at them hotel room that were trapping and shit. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get me, trying to figure out what room did I. They knew I was in the hotel. You see what I'm saying? But they didn't know what room because the room wasn't in my name and shit. You see what I'm saying? Man, them folk went through every room, man. I'm on the phone. I get on the phone. I'm calling my motherfucker. I'm calling my all my folks and shit. Telling them, man, it's over with for me, man. I'm finna go down, man. I'm finna go down. I called my cousin Prince. I never forget. Mm, mm. I can hear her voice when I'm on the phone with her while I'm telling her that. And these folks out here going through all these rooms trying to find me, man. You see what I'm saying, man? Listen, when them folks get busted in that room, end up getting to the last room, got me, man, 8, 9 o'clock that night. Them folk got me, man. Them folk locked my ass up. They put me in the Jacksonville County jail, and they extradited me back to Mississippi, dog. And when they caught me, guess what? I was already guilty for what I hadn't. That folks didn't already. I'm guilty. They didn't already found me guilty. Guess what? I'm waiting on y'all when these folks get me, dog. Sad. Man, I'm waiting on to get sentenced, dog. I ain't even knowing this shit I'm going into, dog. You hear what I'm saying? I'm waiting to get sentenced. So now when these folks extradite me back to motherfucking Mississippi, these folks extradite me back to Mississippi, man. Boy, when I get back to Mississippi, I couldn't. Matter of fact, I never forget that day. It was they. I came back on Christmas Day. Yeah, that day I came back to that county jail. It was on Christmas Day. When they extradited me back, it was on Christmas, dog. You dig what I'm saying? So now I'm back in the county jail. I ain't at that new county jail they got out there. I'm over here. I'm with this the old county jail right here on Alexander right there. You see what I'm saying? And I'm in that motherfucker. You see what I'm saying? Waiting. You know what I'm saying? To get sentenced. And when they caught me, I went to the wall. I go straight to the wall, y'all. You know what the wall was back then when you in back in the old county jail. The wall was back there around there where the trusty cell at. You know what I'm saying? One man cell, each to his own. You see what I'm saying? And man, I was back there waiting to get sentenced, dog. You hear what I'm saying? So I don't know. So I get my sentencing date, y'all. This shit crazy. Fuck. This shit crazy, homie. Mm. You know, cause as I'm telling this story, I got to really rewind the past. You know what I'm saying? Cause I want to kind of give it to you in detail as possible, man. And I can remember when I got sentenced. I remember when I got sentenced. See, I didn't know that shit carried that goddamn much time. You know what I'm saying? I ain't know, man. I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Shit. Then I ain't realized that I'm fucking guilty in my absence when I walked out of the trial. That's how naive that I was to what I was doing. So now I'm back here on extradition. And now these motherfuckers got me finna sentence me now. Mind you, ain't nobody in the courtroom. See, when it went, man, ain't nobody in that courtroom, man. You hear me? But my cousin friend was there. I could cry now. My cousin friend was there. My cousin friend was in that courtroom, man. You hear what I'm telling you? And told the judge. She said, she raised her hand and said, Judge, may I speak? Oh, I love her so much. And they let her get up. They let her get on the stand. They called her up to the thing on the stand. She go up there on the stand like she testifying to something. I never forget this, man. And she say, she said, Your Honor, I don't know too much about the law or anything, but I know that my nephew, what y'all saying that he done, it can't demand for this much time. She said, I done seen it's people that kill people, do all kind of other such things, and they don't receive time like this. She said, Your Honor, she said, could you help me just to understand how can he get so much time for something? I guess y'all saying he sold drugs or whatever this is right here, but can you tell me how can he get so much time for this? And you know what Ashley Hines told my cousin Prince? He said, You through? You finished? Well, unfortunately, the what he said, well, let me get his words right. He said, unfortunately, the law doesn't require some crap, he said, and I remand him. I remand Mr. Talib Hanna to 60 mandatory years in the Mississippi State Penitentiary. You hear me? See, that right there, homie. You talking about traumatizing. You hear me? You talking about traumatizing. Like, I never forget leaving the courthouse that day when I got those 60 years. I never forget that. Because it felt like, I'm gonna tell y'all what it felt like. I wanted it to be a dream that I could wake. Every time I woke up, I wanted to wake up out of a dream. I wanted it to be a dream. Every time I went to sleep, I woke up, I wanted to wake up out this dream. That was for one. But I had a feeling in my stomach. Have you ever had your heart broke before? And the feeling of having your heart broke, like that actual feeling of having your heart broke was the feeling that I felt when I first got that time. I felt that feeling for I probably felt it all the way until I made the prison, until I got into the activities of prison where I could, you know what I'm saying? I kind of, you know, not, I could just kind of do my time and focus on trying to get out. You know what I'm saying? But it was like, man, I had lost my best friend. It was like I had lost the world. It was like I wanted to wake up from a dream that would never end. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if a lot of people, we all have been through traumatic situations in our lives. You understand what I'm saying? But like that was one of the most traumatic situations. So I'm in that cell waiting. I'm waiting. I done been sentenced now. So now I'm waiting around for the goddamn I'm waiting to go to prison now. So I've been sentenced now. So check this shit out. Them motherfuckers, when I got sentenced right, I got 60 mandatory years under the habitual offender. See what I'm saying? So they really, they was looking for me when I made it back to that jail, right, to act a certain way. You know what I'm saying? This nigga got too much time. This nigga, he finna, so they had the guards watching me. They got all kind of shit on me, you know what I'm saying? And to me, it was very much so the opposite way because I was really so heartbroken that I had got so much time and that I had let myself and everybody that, you know what I'm saying, believed in me down. You know what I'm saying? I was heartbroken about that. You know what I mean? And so I make it on the prison. Get on the prison, man. I thank God for my cousin Prince again, man, because there was a lot of things that transpired. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta pay. I had to pay for transcripts and shit. That shit was money, man. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't have nobody working in the free world for you, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I didn't have nobody. I had my house, you know what I'm saying? I thank God for this house today. You know what I'm saying? But I had this house. My cousin Prince, she would rent the house out, and that's how she took care of me through the house. The rent that she was getting from the house. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't cutting. You know what I'm saying? But she was there for me in a special kind of way. She wrote something on my heart with the things that the way she had been there for me in trials and tribulations and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I make it on the prison and shit, man. I make it on the prison. I gotta fill my cup up. I make it on the prison. Let me hold that thought. I make it on the prison. My cup. Oh shit. I make it on the prison. Oh. Oh my God. Back on the set. Boy, I make it on the prison. I make it on to prison. Ooh-wee. Then I got 60 years, y'all. Boy, I'm in prison with 60 years mandatory under the habitual offender law. In the state of Mississippi. Look it up. Talib Hannah versus the state of Mississippi. Man, let me tell y'all something. Now I'm in prison. Cold motherfucker with 60 years, man. You dig what I'm saying? Uh, mm, 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 mm. Boy. Now let me say this here. When I get to prison, that's when I learned about the direct appeal. So now I done hired the lawyer, Brandon Dorsey. He out of Jackson, but he's from Greenville, Mississippi. And he took up my appeal. But like I tell folks all the time, man, that it my knowledge ain't what got me out of no prison for no 60 years. You know what I'm saying? If anything, it got my ass in them prison for 60 motherfuckers. You see what I'm saying? But what got me out of prison with 60 years is It was never giving up hope, and it was believing in God, that God had something greater for me too. You know, I never forget the guy, one of the guys, one of them stalker guys, you know what I'm talking about, one of them standing, one of them member. You know what I'm saying? He was telling me, he was from Tunica, Mississippi. He said, Kane, man, 'cause I used to play chess. That's all anybody know me did time with me during that time could tell you, bro. I ain't did nothing but play chess. You dig what I'm saying? And study the law. I'm gonna keep me one of them motherfucking thing. Yeah, I'm gonna keep me a hitter. Yeah, so I'm gonna be on the law. I'm gonna be doing law on my hitter. Them niggas doing Facebook and doing all that other shit on their hitter. But I'm doing the law. I'm keeping up my case on my motherfucking hitter. You see what I'm saying? So, boom, my nigga told me I never get. He said, man, Kane, man, this a nigga, man, he from Tunica, Mississippi, man. Down there, they had them a casino. They was down there. They was in prison for casino robbery and shit. He said, man, Kane, man, we were going to breakfast one morning. You know, we by the chessboard. He said, man, if I'd had the mentality that you had, man, when I first came to prison, man, I'd be out of prison, man. He said, man, I commend you every day, man, cause man, you trying to get out of prison, man. You know what I'm saying? And he told me how that he got his case overturned. He didn't know nothing about none of all that shit, you know, but then he got a couple stabbings and shit while he was in prison. And goddamn me, look here. Shit, he got life sentence in prison on top of the 40 years that he had. You see what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying that to say like to niggas that's watching this show, like, you know, that get time and shit too, bro. You see what I'm saying? Like, especially if you know niggas that got hitters and you got a hitter and shit, man. Be on your case. Learn your law about your motherfucking case, dog. They got case sightings. You know what I'm saying? That fit specifically your case. You see what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. I studied case law. You see what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you something else that I didn't miss. I didn't miss no church call. See, I was a different kind of gangster. I ain't miss church call. Bruh. I ain't miss no church call. I ain't miss no chess session, and I ain't miss nothing about no law library. That's how I occupied my time. Everything productive, bro. You see what I'm saying? You feel what I'm getting at, bro? So like, I tell niggas in a sense, bro, like especially when you getting time like that, bro, like, hey man, let me tell you something. God is cold. And see, that's when God at his work the best. Cause now this when God know, ain't nobody did this but him. Ain't nobody did this but him. And you know that ain't nobody did this but him. So you know what I'm saying? So as time, so Kerry boy was telling me that shit right there. We was over there in Marshall County and shit, you know what I'm saying? And he was telling me that shit, you know what I'm saying? I played chess all the time. I played the Asian boy, I played chess all the motherfucking time. That's all I did. I played chess, did the law, played chess, did the law. Till one day I get the call. One day I get the call, man. Said, you seen your case been over? You check your case, and your case been over time. I never get March 12th. Go check it out. It's online. You know what I'm saying? Like, it fucked me up, dog. Let me tell you, I'm gonna tell y'all how good God is, man. Real talk, cuz. I'm gonna tell y'all how good God is. You know, when your case go before when your case go before the court of appeals, right? You go before a panel of 9 judges. You dig what I'm saying? So you either gonna have a 5-4, you gonna have a 6-3, you gonna have a 5-2. You see what I'm saying? Now 5-4. You got a 5-4, a 6-3, and a 7-2. See what I'm saying? But I said all that to say, that's you got 9 judges. This how good God was. I had all 9 judges in my favor. Do you hear what I'm telling you? I had all 9 judges in my favor for to get my case overturned. You see what I'm saying? God was so good, man. And you know, I've been a knucklehead and still, you know what I'm saying? God he always been with me my whole life. But I wanted to share that that testimony with you guys, you know what I'm saying? And for anybody, especially anybody doing time that's watching this episode to know that, you know, that it ain't over. Things may look like it, that it'll be over, bro. But I'm telling you, it ain't over, bro. And it's like, when you think it's over, you'll self-destruct yourself. You see what I'm saying? So the motive is to stay motivated, always keep hope alive. And then why are you waiting? What you doing while you waiting? That means you should be looking up your case. You should be trying to find loopholes, trying to find, you know what I'm saying, cases just like yours that you can relate to, that, you know what I'm saying, that you can get back in court on. You got to quit wasting your time, goddamn it, playing these goddamn games and goddamn it, jacking your goddamn dick all goddamn day in that motherfucking penitentiary, and your ass ain't trying to get out that motherfucker. You see what I'm saying? You know, like, and like, I ain't the only one, you know what I'm saying, guy that done had sentences overturned, you know what I'm saying? There's a couple more guys that done had their case overturned, you know what I'm saying? I'm just blessed to be one of them guys out here to tell the story, but man, I really did have 60 mandatory years. You know what I'm saying? The state of Mississippi, look it up. Talib Hannah versus the state of Mississippi. You see what I'm saying? And by the grace of God, you looking at me now. You looking at me now. You know, that's how we get the convo with Kano. You see what I'm saying? That's how we get the last first volume 3. You know what I'm saying? That's how we get to continue, you know what I'm saying? Continue with the vision. Like, I feel like, you know, the good Lord, he ain't bring me through all that to not, you know what I'm saying, walk in the vision. So, you know, like, when you see me doing the impossible, going against everything that's going against me, you see what I'm saying? It's me believing in me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't waiting on nobody to believe in me. I'm believing in me, hands on, straight up. You know what I'm talking about? So, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this show is a special thing to me because this why I release, and this where you can know, like what's really in my heart. You'll know my true intention with anything that I do, any song that I make. I'm gonna come right here and give it to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the whole reason of my platform. I won't be misunderstood, because I jump right on this show and give you the business. I'm gonna jump right on the show and tell you what's going on. But this show was definitely about encouraging brothers that done got time, or that you know what I'm saying. No brothers that got time, a lot of time, and think that it's over. Man, God always got the last say so. Remember, God always got the last say so. You see what I'm saying? Hey, man, it's the kid, man. Kano the man, no convo with Kano again. It's another episode, man. Hey, man, for 9 all time to the next time, man. Peace out, man. 100, y'all. Boss.